Hello dear student, myself Neelam Mahajan. Today we are going to learn another numerical on weighted section. So in the previous lecture we have studied the raw steel section and we have found out the design compressive strength, that is PD. But same numerical is said, but the difference between weighted I section is that, so whatever this top flange, whatever the cross section is given, B is equal to 300 mm by depth is 30 mm. So this is top flange, bottom flange, and which is joined by weight by using welding. So this is cross section is given or already mentioned in the numerical, but the condition is, in case of welded I section, the length 6 meter is given in the numerical, and the condition is that both ends are fixed. So by using these conditions, we are going to refer the table number 11 of page number 45. So why this what is it? Both ends are fixed. So this table number 11, page number 45, IS 800 2007 of case number 6 will be the valid for this particular numerical. So dealing with solution, we know that length of this member will be the 6 meter or 6000 mm. Means L effective that we are going to find out. Here L effective is not mentioned. Here it is only length is given for this weighted I section. Next, dealing with the solution. First, find out the design compressive strength. That is our last target. So we know that design compressive strength is equal to effective cross-sectional area into design compressive stress, that is FCD. Before that, we are going to find out the effective cross-sectional area. Here, two flanges are there, top flange and bottom flange, whose cross-section is same. So we are going to note down twice of 300 into 30. 300 into 30. 300 into 30 plus the dimension of wave is 20 mm is the thickness of wave with depth of wave is 500. 20 multiplied 500. So this effective cross sectional area. So answer will be the 28,000 mm square. Then next step is to determine or to find out the value of KL. Because here in this numerical only length of this weighted I section is 6 meter is given. So KL is equal to, by referring the table number 11, refer table number 11, page number 45, case number 6, that is both ends are fixed, where KL is equal to 0.65 times of L. So 0.65 times of KL is 6000 mm is given. So KL value is equal to 3900 mm. This is the effective length is given. Next is to determine the value of lambda. So for that, we know that we are going to find out the value of R minimum, that is radius of gyration minimum about which axis, either it is Z axis, Y axis. So R minimum is equal to, it is a ratio of under root of ratio of moment of inertia about any axis, it may be Z axis or Y axis, whichever may be the minimum divided by effective cross-sectional area, that is A. So for considering the value of this R minimum is equal to under root of moment of inertia minimum divided by effective cross-sectional area. So we have to find out this cross-sectional area 28,000 mm square. Next is to determine the value of moment of inertia about z axis. So moment of inertia about z axis. So this z axis is nothing but the again which is same or equal to the moment of inertia about x axis. Moment of inertia about x axis. So z is equal to x axis. So what is formula to find out moment of inertia about z axis? That is Ig plus area into s square, where Ig is BD cubed by 12. Here B is a 300 mm for this top flange as well as bottom flange is given, where depth is 30 mm for both flanges is already given. So here two flanges are there of same cross section, so that we have multiplied 2 into Ig is for BD cubed by 12. Here B is 300 into D is 30 mm cube divided by 12 plus here area of this top flange and bottom flange for twice time. Already we have taken common 2. So 300 into 30 into s square, that is centroidal distance of this z as well as x axis. So this depth of wave is 500 mm is given. If we divide this into two parts, so 500 divided by 2 is 250, and we are going to take the up to the this center of this bottom flange, or either it is center of top flange. So this is 250 is the distance. To make the addition of both one, we get the 500, and we are going to find out the centroidal distance up to the from z axis to the center of this bottom flange or maybe top flange. So this is half of depth of your bottom or top flange. So here 250 plus 30 divided by 2 bracket square. So this is your Ig for top and bottom flange. Then plus here width of wave is 20 mm and depth is 500 mm. Here B is 20 into 500 cube divided by 12. Bracket complete. So this Iz moment of inertia about z axis or moment of inertia about x axis. So answer will be the 1473.73 into 10 to the power 6 mm raised to 4. So after finding out this moment of inertia about z axis, next is to determine the value of moment of inertia about y axis is equal to again Ig plus area into centroidal axis will be the 0, because this built up section, so this weighted eye section is nothing but the built up section. This top flange, bottom flange and wave is joined by using welding. Means these are the three different parts are there and they is joined by either welding. So it is called as a built up section, and whatever we are studying in the previous numerical, that is a roll section. So this is the basic difference between the built up section and closed section. So for this built up section, so if you draw the center, centroid axis along y axis. So this built-up section will be similar, that is left hand side is equal to right hand side. Means all distances are similar to each other. So this built-up section about y axis will be the same. So moment of inertia about y axis is equal to, here along y axis, here B will be for top and bottom length is 30 and depth will be the 300 mm. So vice versa related to previous condition. So here B is twice of top and bottom planes. So Ig will be the B is 30 mm into depth is 300 mm divided by 12, that is BD cube by 12, plus for this depth of web, here B is 500 and depth is 20 mm for this web. 500 is B into depth is 20 mm cube divided by 12. So moment of inertia about y axis. So answer will be the 135.33 into 10 to the power 6 mm raised to 4 mm raised to 4. So out of this, both moment of inertia about y axis and moment of inertia either it is z and x axis. So out of this both moment of inertia, so whichever value is minimum, that we are going to take into the equation. So we have, so R minimum is equal to moment of inertia minimum divided by area of cross sectional, effective area of cross sectional. So I minimum about y axis will be the minimum, that is 135.33 into 10 to the power 6. So under root of 135.33 into 10 to the power 6 divided by area of cross section, already we have find it out, that is 28,000. So R minimum will be the 69.52. 69.52 is your R minimum. So after determining this R minimum 69.52, next is to find out the value of slenderness ratio, that is lambda is equal to KL divided by R minimum. So already we have find out KL effective length is equal to 3900 divided by R minimum is 69.52. So lambda max is equal to 56.098. So this was answer. By using this value, then we are going to find out the value of XTD. For that we are going to refer the buckling class. Before that, as thickness of flange, if you go through the thickness of top flange and bottom flange, thickness is 30 mm, which is less than 40 mm according to table number 10 IS 800 2007. As thickness of flange, either top and bottom flange, both flanges of thickness is 30 mm, which is less than 40 mm. By using this table number 10 for this buckling class, about z axis and about y axis is given. For z axis, class is B, and for y axis, class is C. So out of this z axis and y axis, which class we are going to select, that is buckling class, either it is B or C, on basis of where the I minimum means moment of inertia is 135.33 into 10 to the power 6. So R minimum along y axis will be the minimum. So buckling class C is able to select. So refer table number 9 of C, page number 42, IS 800/2007, page number 42, and lambda value is equal to 56.098. So here lambda is equal to KL by R. So our value which is find out, that is 56.098. So above that 50 is there and below 60. At an interval of 10 of lambda value, that is in between 50 and 60. For corresponding value of 50 and 60, that is Fy of corresponding to 50 MPa. So for this particular 50 value, answer is 183 and 168 is mentioned in the table number 9 of C, page number 42, IS 800/2007. This value already given in 9 of C. Just we are going to note down, and in between they are going to find out this value. So what should be the answer of this? So this value known as a FCD, design compressive stress. This value we are going to find out by using interpolation. We already studied in the previous numerical or example. So how we are going to find out the FCD value by using interpolation. So FCD value is equal to 173.85. 173.85. This is our answer. So after determining the design compressive stress FCD, for generating the value 173.85 Newton per mm square or MPa, then substitute in our equation, that is PD is equal to AE into FCD, where AE is 28,000 multiplied 173.85. So PD will be the answer is 4,867 kilonewton. So this is your design compressive stress. So we have find out for this built up section by using this welding. Okay. So these are the some steps. First we are going to find out the design compressive stress by using effective cross sectional area into design compressive stress. So after determining the cross sectional area, then we are going to find out the KL value, that is effective length. Then find out R minimum by using under root of moment of inertia minimum divided by effective cross sectional area. Then find out moment of inertia about Z axis and moment of inertia about y axis. So out of this, whichever is minimum, from that we are going to find out the R minimum. Whenever getting R minimum in mm, then to find out the effective slenderness ratio, that is lambda is equal to KL by R minimum. Then we know that in case of range is 30 mm, which is less than 40 mm according to IS 800/2007. Then go through this buckling class, Z and Y axis about buckling class B and C. We are going to choose the C because it is minimum about Y axis, radius of gyration. Then refer table number 9C of page number 42 and go through the interpolation and find out the FCD value, design compressive strength. Then substitute in the equation of design compressive strength. Then this value will be the final answer. So thank you.